Hello and welcome to today's healing life experience. I'm just looking if everything works well. Very nice. Good. So, welcome everyone to today's healing life experience. This time we are still in February and the topic of movement and movement in a sense of what came to me as well throughout this month in movement, not only physical, but also movement in thinking way, in a way of thoughts, beliefs we have, and so at so many places in life we are stuck in our ideas. We don't know how can it go forward, what can help us to change the situations, what can become a progress in our thinking that nothing will change anymore. And in so many times we are kind of in programs from the past, or we took over programs in having heard it, in sense of one of these, I say, stereotypes that always comes true is when once we are 40, we can't lose weight anymore, or can't lose weight anymore so easily, or that when we have certain forms in the legs, that oh, that's not to change, or any thicknesses that can come up in the age, like water in the legs or something like that. That's so many times I hear, oh, my mom got that and my grandma got that. And my question always isn't because of that, you have to have it as well. So what's the point? Or the cells are not reproducing itself anymore, or maybe not so fast, because they do reproduce. Otherwise, we will die. They reproduce until we die. That's fact. And sometimes it just makes sense to have a look at our beliefs and what is probably behind things that our grandparents did. So, for example, a lot of things in nutrition in the moment are so pleased not to do because of the calories and the weight and heaviness it has. But when we look back to our grandparents and how they were cooking, for sure they were in a time that nutrition were not so over like we have it. They had to look for, and they were the value of what they had was much higher probably than it is right now. But anyway, these combinations they had, they were already healthy. They were connecting each other and giving us more chemical connections in the body. Like one thing is a combination of eggs with spinach, this sort of animal produced things together with vegetables that speeded up the proteins and all these things, not to use milk, and in most of the vegan nutrition, that's okay, but we also see how quick and how many people are in lacks. So why this? And these movements in our beliefs and these blockages to not think further than there, or not knowing to think further than there, because of thinkings that there is an end, we have no other chance, there can't be another progress and as what we have. And it's kind of stopping us to come forward. And for me, it's a part of sadness in that as well. Also, so many teachers and great speakers try to bring us in a sort of different life. So what you have is not good. Imagine another one. But seriously, tomorrow we wake up, we will not have such another life as we have today. But movement for me means that I have kind of a tool that is helping me to serve my process, my progress in that way. So, would it be not a lot easier when we would have a tool to work with than fighting so hard for something completely different? And to work with these frequencies for me is a kind of toolbox that gives me not only the tool itself, but also the guide for how I can use the tools and what can I build up with it in a way that I probably not have been able to think about, because it's so much bigger, or well, in healing we're not talking about bigger, but so much different, or so far away that I would never have an idea of that. And let us see today once if we can listen what kind of tool can help me to find an ease in in the pain, in the struggles I have at the moment, in the fears I have at the moment? Can it be the light? And if I focus this part I don't feel comfortable with, is there probably anything that can or comes through mind, comes through feelings that may help to change that? Just in observing, in listening, in not having any expectation what should change or what could change or what could build up through. Just in a sense of giving my toolbox away and saying, there is my box. Please feel free to use it for whatever you think that is the best for me right now. And allow this energy, allow this present to receive. Lovely. Yay. No, so many times we don't want to have something specific like freedom, like peace, like ease. And for me, freedom is like in a picture of sitting at the board of a lake and looking at this totally calm, flat surface for hours and hours and days and months. Nothing changes, just that harmony, that flat water, that surface. How long would we have been able to look at that and just sitting? I can tell you from myself, I would be bored really quickly and I probably would begin to throw some stones in the surface just to have ripples on the surface. And that would be probably my form of peace. So, what is it really that we try to reach, try to find? And if we will or would find it, how can we know that exactly this is the perfect thing for me like now? Analogy of Mary Poppins bag when everything is inside what's needed at the moment. What does that bag implement? It's curiosity, right? What is the next thing that come? What she's doing with that? How can she clean a room just by snipping with the fingers or giving an intention in a word or something like that? That's fun. That's curiosity. That's this magic. So, where is the magic in our life? Where is that energy, that feeling of joy and curiosity in the situations we are in? We all have, somehow, we all have this back. We just need to use these feelings. Feelings are there. However, we connect to it. If we connect to it with an old experience we got at sometimes, or we connect with a wish we still have, or we connect with a dream, or just a vision of how we want to be, what we want to experience. We all have that. We all have that access. We all can step into these feelings and experience the things we like to, maybe not in physical way, certain circumstances, but as more we can align to these feelings, as more we can be happy and accept the circumstances we have with a happiness, and whatever that base builds. I guess that's something no one really can imagine what can happen on this base. Sometimes we experience back steps and feel like going through heavy waves, and our feelings are going in a direction of failed, having failed, or not being good enough, and all that. But is this really something that brings us forward? What is the tool in that? That is helping us out there? I had last week was my birthday on Friday, and I kind of remembered one of the birthdays. I invited a few kids, and finally no one came. And this old, we can say, inner child feeling of not beloved and ignored and kind of pushed away, and that I have in so many situations, was so present in that moment that I kind of not even had a lot of fun to experience or celebrate my birthday. And then a friend was here and we had some brunch together, sat together, and this was so much more worth than having that big party. This had so much deeper value than having a big party with many people and not even being able to focus on each and every one because there are just too many, and it was such an ease and a freedom to be just true three of us, friend, flatmate, and me, together and talking and having some brunch together. It was lovely. And sometimes, especially with healing, these frequencies, having that tool to shine light just on that point of resistance, that when we think about our space in a sense of a pinwall, that on the one side is the negativity and the other side is the positivity, the polarity we live in, we all live in, we all not come true. That's part of our world, of our system. And having that point of resistance that needs to be between in the polarity. That's a part of the Trinity, polarity, positive, negative, and the resistance, right? To shine this light into the resistance in that needle and being able to place that needle on another place. And say, okay, I see now I have any resistance there, but at the moment I can't change it anyway. And I can't take it off because it's a resistance that is part of the polarity. So I can just switch position of it. Can place it at the side, can place it in the middle. I can work with it. I can kind of say my standpoint to the resistance and then let it go, because that's all I can do at the moment. And in so many situations is such a risk that we wanna bring that resistance away, that we want to eliminate that resistance. But that's not to eliminate. It's just to play with, like with a marble. A marble in a labyrinth. Sometimes we can guide it, sometimes we can't. Sometimes it goes on another place that we wanted that it goes. So, yeah, maybe these pictures can help to understand, to resolve a little bit of our feelings, of our challenges. And I hope you can feel that movement in your body. You can feel that movement, this idea to having a tool to work with in whatever situations we're in. If you can, or if you have some experiences, let me know in the comments, in that comment, or in further comment. Comments on my Instagram or Facebook platforms, which are now also available in English languages. I split it, my accounts, into the two languages. So you can now read everything I bring up also with my words in English language, and I don't let it translate. I write it from myself. And now I hope you enjoyed this little moment for ourselves, the energy. Remember that we always have the content seminars at the second Thursday in month, which we go into different topics and sense of how many people are there. Also we can go deeper in some personal challenges we are in, and the rainbow healings in a moment, and at the Mondays there are plenty of offers. Some are free, some are one-to-ones who are not free, but always valuable to dive deeper and to experience our toolbox, our beliefs, changing of beliefs, changing of feelings, we struggle with, that we can easier experience what we really love to experience. Now I wish you a very good week, a great time. See you in 2 weeks here on this channel with a German healing life experience, and then in 4 weeks I'll be back in English. All my accounts you can find underneath in these descriptions. And I wish you all the best. See you next time. Bye. Big hug, big love. Thank you.